Hello, I'm Dr. Lauretta Will Sillah, and I'm the interim chair of Centennial Student Association. I am here today in Freetown on March 24, 2025. I came to have an interview with our esteemed former teacher of Centennial Secondary School and the wife of our principal, our esteemed principal, the late Dr. A.K. Lavaly. So we are here today to just have a discussion with Mrs. Lavaly to share with us her wealth of knowledge as a student, as a teacher, and as a mentor to us, our generation. I was actually in her class in Form 1, way 1969-70. So I'm here today, and I will have Mrs. Lavaly introduce herself to our audience.
Well, I am Mrs. Millicent Josephine Lavaly Nibonda. My admission number is 97. Which means we are the second generation students of Centennial Secondary School. I went back to teach at Centennial Secondary School. Mr. Lavaly, who later became my husband, then he was not Dr. Lavaly, went to scout for teachers at Arabic College, and he heard that there's an old student of Centennial Secondary School who had completed her degree and was doing DPED. So he went and met me up at Arabic College and encouraged me to go back to teach at Centennial. At first I refused. I said no, because I had already promised the late Dr. J.T. Kabo, who was principal of what's the name of the school? You see how they forget?
Yeah, that's fine. That's
fine. Was in
that's fine.
No, so I told him I won't go because Mr. Cabo had already given me accommodation to go and teach English and history. He said, no, you are not going anywhere. You are going to Centennial. So reluctantly, it was with a heavy heart I had to go. Because I don't like when I promise somebody.
Yeah, you're disappointed.
And then, he was greatly disappointed. I don't think he ever forgave me for that.
And I don't blame him because you are such a fantastic teacher. So that's how you went back to Centennial. So now, in your first days at Centennial, can you just take us back to when you actually entered the school, when you came from Minimore? You were in Minimore, which I also attended, those great institutions. Yeah. So when you came, what are the things that really stand out? Because Centennial was brand new then. So
Centennial is the first co-educational secondary school, meaning a school where boys and girls attend with boarding facilities. And first people were afraid to say, going to educate boys and girls together. Many will become pregnant. Yes. And so, thank God, because of the discipline in the school, when a girl got pregnant, we are brought before the school and disgraced, and the principal will take you in the school van
and take you back home.
And take you to your parents.
That was how strict they were. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
No, but if you hear one child is pregnant, it's like big news. Yes.
Yeah, it was really bad. I remember one girl from the north, she became pregnant and they called her father to come. And she was denying the pregnancy. Then the father said, "Go, but I know they go the end." Before
you were at the school, did you have a particular teacher that you really admired that made you think, one day I want to be a teacher too, or even motivated you to become an educator that you became eventually? Was there any kind of teacher?
Yeah, I have Miss Nancy Hall.
Oh, really?
She taught me English.
Miss Hall was there in your time?
Yes, Nancy Hall.
And she was there during our time?
Later on, she got married to a student.
Yeah.
Gary, Edward Gary.
Wow.
Yes.
Miss Hall was there.
We saw she was very strict. You had to learn to pronounce properly. Like people are saying, truth. You have truth. You have to put, she taught us to put your tongue between your teeth. So you have Nancy Hall, then you have June Brown, who was a disciplinarian.
Those people stayed long. Because during our time, she was at Bumpe High School.
Yeah, she left Centennial to go to Bumpe High School. She was very strict. You see, at Centennial, the laws were, you had, where it was sort of regimental. Everything was done according to time. Yes, you have time, dining room time, devotion. In the morning when you wake up, you have to fix your bed, especially with brothers. You stand by your bed, they come and inspect. They inspect that your bed is laid properly. Then gas were divided into different roles to perform different roles. Like you have the compound gas, you have the gas responsible for cooking rice or plazas, as we call it. You see, it was done on a monthly basis. But that study time, Miss Brown, we had evening studies at 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock, or 7:30 to 9.
Yeah, I remember.
After 9 o'clock, you are not supposed, nobody. So there was one time we were preparing for the exam and I lit my candle to study. Miss Brown saw the light and then she came up to the dormitory. Who lit that lamp? If I know that person, I'm going to expel you from the body.
Yeah.
We all pretended to be asleep. Who was going to say? For me to say I was the one that did it. So we all pretended to be asleep.
Wow.
Talk time, so then she left. Yeah, but Sunday was, you had to attend Sunday school in the morning, around 9 o'clock, then worship service, then 4 o'clock Christian Endeavor.
I remember.
Christian Endeavor. Then at night, evening service. One time I said, well, this one is too much. Some of us used to hide in the wardrobe for us
Not to go.
not to go. Or we pretend we are ill. I put tears in my eye. No, not tears, water in my eyes. Pretend that I was not well, just for us not to go. You said, well, which kind of a prayer intensity?
It was really, really. We met those same methods that you are describing. So my own generation, my admission number, by the way, is 1382. Imagine, ours is 97. Mine is 1382. So, as a student, did you see a difference when you came back as a teacher in the teaching methods or something like that? If so, is there anything that you could either change or you like about between you being a student and you being a teacher?
Well, I'll continue in the same way, dictating notes
Yes.
to them, you see. Because that was, if you didn't give them notes, believe me, they won't do very well. And now, when I went there as a teacher, I came to WAEC got 5 years, past questions and answered them, you know, to just enable the students to do well.
Wow.
And that helped a lot, yes. In fact, I used to sell the pamphlets to both schools. Some of them are sitting down and they are not attending class. They say, "What Mama Lavaly in pamphlets say?"
Wow, so you were able to help them too.
Yeah.
No wonder Centennial was so top of the nation in those days.
Yes.
So, okay, let's come out of being a teacher now. Here you are now in Centennial and you met this handsome guy who was a principal. So how did that happen?
People have asked me that question because one, that man you see there, Dr. Lauretta, he was a disciplinarian, not interested in women. The women teachers who go make all kinds of. It was
entice.
So when we got married, people were really anxious. But how did that man really approach you to propose love to you?
I tell you.
People went there purposely
Yes.
to find out how this all happened. But it was through the grace of God. So we met, we got engaged in August, on the 26th of August, 1970. And by December 12, we got married
In Pujam.
in Pujam, St. Stephen's Church, Gobaru, Pujam district.
Yeah. And then what I like about that marriage was when school reopened, you guys came back and displayed the wedding for us again. I remember that. I was in the choir.
You see that photo?
That's the photo in front of the chapel.
And he was a man, daddy, his sister bought suit for him, 3-piece suit. So he said he was so good
Look
to
at what
wear.
it was.
That's how he was dressed, simple. He was so good to wear any 3-piece
He
suit.
was so simple. Simple guy.
Yes. In fact,
So,
I had to give that suit to my late brother. He never wore it. His sister got so mad at him.
oh my goodness. I was in the choir at that time. You know, Miss Hoffman really prepared us. I still remember this song.
The wedding cake.
Yes. So that was a unique role though, as a teacher and as a principal's wife. So what was really rewarding about that and what was challenging in that unique role that you played?
The thing that was challenging, the man was very strict. He was a disciplinarian. He wouldn't bend the rule for anybody. So one day his sister, Mrs. Mary Jabi, Dr. Jabi's wife, said, Brahimos, try make the subject soft small so that he said, I don't give sympathy marks.
Wow.
He said, I don't give sympathy marks. Even if you are my sister, you don't do well, I'm not going to make you pass the exam. That was why they attacked him.
I know.
In the office. Yeah.
It was during my time. You were doing. That was so bad.
So we thank God, God spared his life.
Yes.
Yes.
For many more
That
years.
will not change for anything. Like even the body home food. The matron wants, when they buy food for the body home, to come and give the principal fish or rice. He said, no, I don't want it, I'm not poor.
And by right, they are supposed to also share with the leadership, but he will not accept it.
He will not accept it. He said he was not poor.
Integrity.
I remember even a friend of mine, she was working for an NGO that was supplying milk, oil, and corn meal. She brought one bag corn meal, oil. He said, take it back, we are not poor.
So, okay, how about the leadership role? Were there times where his own you differ from each other on decision making or leadership roles?
No, well, yeah. I wanted him to temper down his strictness. Because when his grandmother, this woman, Mama Smith,
Okay.
because he didn't know his mother at all. He lost his mother at 9 months.
Wow.
So it's this
the grandmother
came from Yandimbo district to look after her grandson.
Wow.
So, Mama Cynthia was surprised why people like me, people like me better than her son. I said, Mama Cynthia, we are two different individuals. I am soft with people. He was strict to the and when you do that, people are not going to like you.
Yeah. So you complemented each other then?
Yes.
No wonder the marriage lasted so long.
We lived together for 52 years. And one day I never went to reporting to my people that I don't want the relationship anymore. Until God took his life 23 October 18.
Wow.
Wednesday, October 18, when he died.
That's a beautiful testimony for the younger generation.
52 good years. And I used to boast to my companions. My husband does all my shopping for me. If Daddy goes anywhere, whether in Sierra Leone or anywhere, he will go and be shopping. My wife will like it. And so when he died, my grandson, Sinity's son, asked me, Grandma, are you going to marry? I said, Simeon, even if I were a young person, I don't think I will marry again, because to get
this kind of
husband who did everything for me, I used to boast to my companions that he was my leg.
Wow. That is beautiful. Beautiful testimony.
Yeah.
Really beautiful. So as principal, as all the work you did, especially at Centennial, what was really the thing that Mr. Lavaly did that was his greatest achievement, and what are you proud of that he did for and at Centennial?
What I was proud of, he put Centennial on the map. There was a time when Centennial came top in the GC. Oh, people thought they had spied. And yes, we are coming to find out how a school in the village can beat all these schools
in the whole nation.
In the whole nation. Do you know that because of this tough discipline, then you got teachers at that time, Indian, there are many Indian
I
teachers.
remember Mr. Lavaly,
Waragis came to teach physics and mathematics, science. His brother Chaco, I think Chaco is there.
They were there for years.
Yeah, Mr. Wright and others, but Mr. Wright left and went to CKC. I was CKC,
So that's a really big achievement. That's where we want to take Centennial now, because it was during my time that Centennial came to organization. I remember that time. It was the class that was ahead of us. I don't know if that was Dr. Lauretta class.
Dr. Yoman, Thomas Yoman,
Davis. Yes.
Davis.
Yeah, they were the ones. That out of 15 engineers that were admitted in FBC, 9 came from Centennial. That was a powerful testimony. So that was really great. So that was the greatest achievement. What was his biggest challenge?
The challenge was he stuck to his guns when he says this, nothing will move him. You see?
Yeah.
and people did not like him for that. And
Yeah.
then the town people in Mattru, if they had any funeral,
Mm.
they want the school to provide a board for them to go and make coffee.
The school, the school.
The school.
Huh.
Then,
Mm.
during board meetings, they expected him to serve beer or something. He wouldn't do that at all. No beer in his house, no beer,
No alcohol.
no alcohol.
He was a strong Christian.
Even in the house, I remember my aunt, the talkers, I stayed with them when I came to repeat. Mommy talker takes 2 pints of
Stout.
every morning. So she thought that when I married to the principal, they go, we are going to be nothing of that. From that time, they never visited us again. You see, is that is discipline? Is the people when you are very strict, they think you are wicked.
Yes.
You think you are wicked. But he was such a wicked man. And
Later
when you
on.
know him, he was loving and kind. He raised students who came from poor homes who
Yeah.
really didn't have money to pay.
Yeah.
They have to pay their school fees, or they waive the school fees for them.
I remember particular twins that
Oh, the Lawrence.
Yeah, no,
No,
not
you
not
have
the
the
Lawrence.
Lawrence twins, you have Joyce and Joyce.
Yeah, those I know they were
Yeah,
schoolmates. But there were some very, very young twins in the Mattru community.
Oh, okay.
They were identical
Are
twins.
they twins or triplets?
Yeah, I think something like that. And they were kicking them out of school. And you and Mr. Lavaly were helping them somehow.
Yeah.
When you say he's a kind man, that came to mind. You know, those kinds of gestures that he was doing. People didn't even know.
People didn't just,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I remember also that attack, because it was my generation. I'm ashamed to say that, but it was during my time that he was attacked.
In his office.
Yes.
You know, he was a workaholic. That man will work in the office up to about 12
In the night.
midnight, yes.
No electricity.
They had his shade lamp. Then they went and attacked him.
Was the person ever caught?
No,
You
but
know.
I know it was a Liberian. Kesari Badimenu. I remember.
Oh, I remember that guy.
Kesari Bad. Then Mary Mustafa. They stayed in town, not very far from the school. So
No, my Mustafa was a reporting.
wasn't anybody, no.
Okay.
But now there's somebody named something.
Okay. She was part of that too.
Yeah, the ones are, they were, I think that was their class.
Oh, okay. That was an unfortunate event, and that one really.
They had to give him how many stitches? About 7 stitches in the head. Thank God he survived that. Then again, now when kids entered our house here, they attacked him in the bathroom. They had knife, scissors. They said, "Una, they will kill him." They are hitting him. I said, "Una left him, not kill him." So
This was in his latter years.
yeah, that was 2023. They attacked us in May. May 8, 2023. I told her, I said, "Oh, you spoiled," because the following day, Sunday was to be Mother's Day. I said, "You spoiled my Mother's Day." I said, "We gave back to you. God gave me that boldness." I said, "You people, we gave back to you people. So now you've done this." I said, "No, kill him. Go to the room. Anywhere, sack my bag. Anywhere you find money, take it, but don't kill him." And I said, "Take the money." I came and sat on that chair. I was just praying like how Hannah was praying. Just praying to God. I said, "God, let them not kill us." Because it was about about 2 a.m. at night, yes. But we thank God.
God answered that prayer.
They didn't kill me, but I think that's all his sins. They said, yes, but it was too much.
I know, especially with the age.
To be hit again on the forehead. They had to give him stitches in the head. So, well, thank God.
That must have been somebody maybe familiar.
Yeah, you know, it was a boy, Tayama boy, who came to work for cemetery and others. But the boy didn't like to work. So they wanted to send him away. I said, well, this is disgraceful. You people are always sacking your workers. Don't go, come and live with him. So downstairs down there, I gave him that room. He was the one that went and connived with people to come and steal from us, maybe to attack us. Luckily, there are two of them that entered the bathroom. One had this hood with the, how do they call it? Only the eyes, yeah, you see the thing. And there was another boy, he didn't wear any hood. Really? He was the one that was strangling me. So he told me to bring me here, so I came and sat down.
Were they caught?
Well, they are never caught. But when I sit over there, I see boys like that going down in here. And people hearing the story will say, oh, are there boys in the area? Yeah. And I'm sure, because I see them going down the hill every time.
No, we thank God. We thank God. He lived a good life, really good life. And then God has spared you so far. You are in your right sense, good health. So as Centennial, you play so many roles. As a student, as a teacher, as an administrator, as a principal's wife, as a mentor. I'm one of your mentees. Thank you. So what is it that really stands out throughout those roles that you played? Throughout, constant in your mind that this is the thing that led me to be what I am. Even now, we are still sitting down under your teaching, under your mentorship.
Yeah, the thing is, being a teacher is a rewarding job, even though our salaries are not high. But there's nowhere I go in this world that people that I have taught in the past will not recognize me. Even on the plane when I went to England, say, hey, Mama Lavaly, will not be no say you don't can London. So everywhere in the north, I am recognized.
That's a teacher.
That's a thing about it. Yeah. The north, south, east. And then it's exposed me again, the subject that I did. So teach people in other countries. Like when we went to Senegal, I taught people this psychosocial counseling. I later on changed to counseling. People thought it was a useless subject. But it's one of the most useful subjects.
Especially in Africa.
Yes. You know, it made me travel to many countries, Senegal, Togo, Togo, where again? Guinea.
Is it not French speaking, Togo?
Yes, French speaking. Yeah. But you have people, they are bilingual. Okay. Yeah, they speak English.
Okay. So, looking at education now, is there anything from your time to our time, when you look at the education, is there anything that we can really learn, that you can recommend we preserve this, we should avoid this, we should do this about education as you see it now?
Education, we should preserve education, because education is the key to success. This house that you see, you are sitting there, I told my husband, I said, you are old, I am young. I went teaching, doing training programs, and I charged them in dollars, and they paid me. That's what it took to do this.
Wow.
A big house like that. When students used to come for me to help with their dissertation, say, wow.
Wow.
I said, well, it's God.
Education.
Yeah. I also published books in education.
Wow. Beautiful. Yeah, so the current teachers now at Centennial, do you have any advice for them?
What I'm advising them, let them take their teaching job seriously. Let them not look at the pay and say, hey, the salary is small. I'm not going to, I just teach half and go and teach the balance in a private class. No, teach the students with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. You will reap the reward in the future. Don't. That's why even when I was in college lecturing, that's what I told students. Hey mama, I get for pay for all the money when my parents then pay, I get for cooler. I said so that teaching, that private class are not teaching the students fully. It's not good at all for the nation. See, they must concentrate on their work, teach the students. They can never know. Like some students and former students that are supporting me. Some of them I never knew I did them good. There's one in America, he normally sends money for me.
Wow.
He said I helped to supervise his dissertation. Wow. It was somebody.
And you don't remember?
No, there was somebody. He was somebody rather who would scantily.
Yes.
I had to teach him. But you have to expand your ideas. This is a university, it's not a primary school. You have to do that. So the teachers really, they have a role to play. Let the children look up to them. Let them teach. What again do I have to tell the teachers?
Because
respect authority.
Yeah.
Because you have teachers who will teach in 1, 2, 3 schools.
Yes.
That is happening. I don't know whether they've stopped now. Well, we used to have
still like that.
they teach in A, B, C, D.
So no commitment.
No commitment. Very committed to the teaching profession.
Yeah.
Perhaps I'm biased because my late dad was a teacher. You see, and to him, teaching was the best profession on earth.
And it's true.
Yes.
Because teachers produce presidents and pilots and everybody goes through a teacher. So thank God. But the leadership and the administrative roles nowadays in the educational system, what do you think how do we balance? Because there's so much new, modern things coming out. At the same time, we want to preserve traditional.
Yes, like now this online teaching, learning, yes. We have to introduce our students to the independent research, give them this support and find out. Yes, let them do it. That's why I'm very happy that my grandchildren are attending a university that will complete. They do more of practical work that will prepare them for the job market. And that rote learning, you just go and write.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. So let's go into the future now. We're about to finish. If you were to walk here 50 years from now,
I've been in the grave.
Let's assume you come and visit Centennial 50 years from now.
From now.
What do you want to see?
Centennial, let's put Centennial back to its former glory.
Amen.
Let us put Centennial back. Let us remember the words of our school song. That's why I said we have the best school song in the country. And that's what I used to boast to my companions. Together let us march onward to our goal. For sake of God and country, let's strive with heart and soul. True to our motto we remain, proudlings of Centennial. Whoever, yes.
Beautiful song.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Dear Earth Patria. It was teacher J.D. Sandy.
Really?
Yeah, he was a Sierra Leonean born who went to live in Ghana. He was brought up in Ghana.
Okay.
When he came back, he had all the features of a Ghanaian. He was the one that composed that school song.
Beautiful school.
Together, let us march onward to our goal.
Really?
And indeed, together, let us march onward to our goal as Centennial. Let's put Centennial to its former glory. Yeah. We can do it. Yes, we can, like Obama.
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Yes.
So, when people look back at your time as Centennial, what do you hope they remember most about you and Mr. Lavaly's impact? What do you hope?
Now, I hope they had appreciated him at that time. But I remember when he died in the funeral thing that
the eulogy.
The eulogy tributes that tribute. It's now that some of them were appreciating him for who he was. But you know, when you are alive,
They don't appreciate.
yes. In that strict night, people don't want you to be strict, they want you to be lenient. Boys, like those boys from the Centennial old students who are probably correct,
Yes.
they wanted to go to the body home and take the gas out. Mr. Lavaly didn't allow that at all. Yes, they didn't allow that. How can you call people's gas that they put in the body home for you
To protect them.
To protect them, then you come and take them out. And he didn't allow that at all.
So our final question now, Mrs. Lavaly, you've been so gracious. I'm surprised you had all this strength and energy and recollection. We really appreciate it. So finally, if you were to stand up now to address Centennial students, what would be your advice to them?
They have to pay attention to their education. Education, as I said, is the key to success. Then number 2, delayed gratification. I remember those words from my late dad. Wait for the proper time. Wait for the proper time. He said, don't be anxious for sex. He said, the time you get married,
You'll be tired.
you'll be tired of it. Even if you don't want it, your partner wants it.
That's a good advice.
Delayed gratification. Wait for the proper time. But these children these days, they want. What are the expensive phones now?
Yes.
They say you have I don't know the name, CP.
Yeah.
Yes, they want expensive phones. They want expensive thin shoes, Lady Gaga shoes, and so forth. Yeah, let them pay attention. When you are educated, you try to complete your education. All those things come. Yeah. And mind you, even like when we were in college, we never knew that the male students were looking at us. They knew those. So
you are just focusing on your studies.
Focus on your studies. Try and do pay attention, respect your teachers, and so forth. You get the reward in due course.
Yes. Yeah, so it's been really great. Before we started this interview, you shared with me your experience with Women's Forum, that you were one of the founding members.
Yeah, 2 of us.
Women's Forum.
Yes, and Clarissa Davis. Okay. Yeah, we went to represent Sierra Leone Association of University Women in Zimbabwe to do training, 2 weeks training in leadership and organizational development.
Wow.
So at the end of the workshop, as I told you, everybody was on the action plan on your return. So both of us said we are coming to establish women's forum, because at that time you had now one,
different
women's are doing their own thing.
Yeah.
So we came, and then Clarence wrote the project proposal to UNICEF, and UNICEF funded us.
Wow.
And so we had the first workshop at Stadium, Brookfield Stadium.
Wow.
Yes, for 2 weeks. And at the end, I kept the documents of the number of women's organizations that were present
At that time.
at that time.
Wow, that is awesome. And now, that was how Women's Forum was born. That is a fantastic development. Is there any other thing like that? Your legacy at Centennial, your legacy with Women's Forum, and any other institution that really played a role or was impacted by the wealth of experience?
Why don't we see adults? Yeah. I was the chairperson, membership and constitution. So I had to make the constitution for the running of the school. Yes. I finished that, was it last year? So now they have a constitution to run the school, like child protection policy. Like if that's the thing that happened to those 3 children who were dead in that car. Did you hear about this?
I heard about it.
3.
I was in the village.
Yes.
Wow.
I had a child protection policy there.
Mm-hmm.
You have to protect the children that are in your care. In fact, like, why don't we say, no child, especially those in the nursery, unless a parent send somebody to collect them.
Yes.
We give them a time frame within which they should come and collect their children. We didn't allow anybody to just come and collect people's children and then take them away. Even in the playground, they had to be supervised because children can be wicked to each other.
Yes.
Wicked to each other.
And ignorantly sometimes.
Oh yeah, a child, I don't know whether her emotion was wounded. She threw a pencil in her companion's eyes.
They can be wicked. They can be wicked. So finally, something just came to my mind. I wanted you to talk to CIOSA worldwide. Did you attended our conference via video, right? The 70th anniversary. Were you able to watch some of the videos?
I didn't see it at all.
Oh, that's so unfortunate.
I didn't see it at all.
Okay, well, we'll make sure you get.
Yes, that I am alive to witness the 70th anniversary of my alma mater, Centennial. Centennial made me what I am today. And I thank God for that, for the Christian upbringing.
Yes.
You see, which I impacted to my 3 children. That God blessed marriage. So that Christian tradition that they taught us, going to church, which at first I didn't appreciate going, especially on Sunday, spending all your time attending church service. But it paid off. And today it's the same thing I'm doing here at home. Every morning we have devotion. Every morning we have devotion as a family. So that when they also grow up,
They will raise their own families.
And these are not even my children, they are children of other people, but I've taken them now like my own children, because like this one who's here, he stayed with my husband up to his time there. So appreciate him for that. I've asked my children to take care of his education. It's now a second year at University, Technical University in Public Health.
A mother is always a mother. So we really appreciate you, Mrs. Lavaly. Really appreciate it. I personally appreciate you. I know there were so many of us in your class, you will never remember all of us. But me, what I really appreciated and remember growing up at Centennial was, one of my friends was Agnes Musa.
Oh, that's my cousin.
Yes.
She's in England. Yeah. I found her the last time. I read about a few weeks ago. I said, "Oh, Agnes, you don't tell."
Yeah, she
but
and I
too. She has, I think, problems with our children also.
Yeah. We used to go to your house, the principal's house, and you would be frying some plantains. And then you will sneak the plantain and give us, and we will take it to the dormitory with your baby. Dr. Jong was our dormitory baby. So those were my memory days of
I told him, I said, I remember him with the bench on his head. Mama had to go in under the mango tree to sell granuts. Now he's an orthopedic surgeon.
Wow.
Yeah, consultant.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
That was a success story.
Yeah.
And I believe that, and I'm praying that everything that you have shared with us, we will learn from your experiences, or from the appreciation. Just like you said, a lot of people never appreciated how strict your husband was. But after growing up now, we all realize that he was one of the best, even as of now, we can clearly say that he was the best principal since our time. Yeah, and you are one of our best teachers. And we thank God. I actually remember writing an essay when they used to say, write about your favorite teacher. I wrote about my history teacher, my English teacher, and my Bible teacher. And that was Miss Bonda, now Mrs. Lavaly, Mr. Fode-Lahai, and Miss Bernadine Hoffman. These people are my favorite teachers, and I appreciate you. And I appreciate you that you are still with us, and God will give you long life. And we will continue to draw on you from CIOSA. We all appreciate you. We will share this worldwide so that in the end we will all learn from all your experiences. Thank you so much, Mrs. Lavaly.
You are welcome.
We love you. We love you so much. We love you.
You are welcome.
God bless you.
Thank you very much. Yeah.